From food security to rising commodity prices, the agriculture sector faces a number of challenges in this administration. What innovations is the Science and Technology Department working on to help farmers as well as the everyday Filipino? We're speaking now to DOST's Reynaldo Ebora on the final word. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Ebora. How will the agriculture sector benefit from the research and development projects of the DOST?
Good evening. The DOST is conducting research and development projects in different types of commodities. And these are either crops, livestock, marine and aquatic resources, and also the inland aquatic resources. So the products and technologies developed in this endeavor are being extended to appropriate beneficiaries with the help of other government agencies. So for instance, some of the focus is on increasing yield of different commodities by improving its genetics, increasing resistance to pests and diseases so that you will be able to have better quality produce, and at the same time improving post-harvest quality of the produce. And this is true also for livestock and marine resources.
The President, Mr. Ebora, shared basically three goals for the country's agricultural sector. One is sustainable livelihood for farmers. Number two, you have food security. And number three, affordable food for all. How would DOST contribute to attaining these dreams of the administration?
One of the main efforts of the DOST is to be able to transfer the different technologies that we have developed and provide sustainable livelihood to the people. So for instance, one of the focus of the DOST is having the so-called technology business incubators, wherein the incubator are encouraged to incubate their technologies in certain facilities in state universities and colleges and be able to do business. At the same time, in terms of food security, we have a lot of initiative in terms of increasing yield of our different commodities. And this is true for crops and livestock and also marine resources. We are also looking at the different policies being implemented so that it will facilitate the utilization of these technologies and different stakeholders will be able to use it in their particular endeavor. We are also coordinating with the different agencies of government so that the services will be more efficient.
So, Mr. Ebora, when do you think will these goals be attained? When will they materialize? When will they become a reality? Because we continue to have a very tight food supply and we continue as well to import food from overseas.
Yes, we really need the so-called full of government approach in order to address this problem. And at present, we are looking at the different technologies that we can use to increase productivity. But at the same time, we also have to look at the different policies that are currently being implemented so that we will be able to adopt these technologies, and at the same time, the different stakeholders will be able to participate. At present, we are coordinating not only with the government agencies, but also with the private sector, because we believe that the role of the private sector is very significant, and they should be able to increase food security and food productivity by their active participation.
As you say, Mr. Ebora, you are collaborating with various government agencies, and among them, the Department of Agriculture. You also have the DTI and the Environment Department and other agencies. Can you please cite a couple of examples and the benefits of these to the agricultural industry?
Yeah, we are coordinating the technologies that we have developed is usually being transferred to the Department of Agriculture for their actual use. And one example of this is maybe you still remember the problem that we have with cuculisab, or the coconut scale insects in Calabarzon. And basically, we were able to solve the problem by tapping the expertise that we have in the network of researchers coming from state universities and colleges and also different government agencies. And through cooperation with the Philippine Coconut Authority, we were able to address that particular problem. The other thing is the Department of Agriculture, the Department of Trade and Industry, and the Department of Environment and Natural Resources are actually members of the Governing Council of DOST Picard. And they are involved in the selections of the different projects that has to be implemented, and at the same time in the review of the different policies. We really need to focus on a particular problem so that we will be able to maximize the use of our resources. And we believe that this cannot be solved only by technology, but at the same time we have to have appropriate policies so that these problems will be properly addressed. So as much as possible, we would like to approach the problem holistically and with the involvement not only of the different government agencies, but also with the private sector.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ebora, for sharing the initiatives of the Department of Science and Technology as it tries to resolve the problems in the agricultural sector. Reynaldo Ebora of DOST.